approximately 700 private equity funds worldwide, with 119 global investment teams, and established 12 offices across 3 continents. As a subsidiary of Pantheon Ventures, Pantheon Business School aims to expand our influence and brand presence in the Asia-Pacific market, specializing in online live business education. Founded in 2020, we focus on the online live training in the Asia-Pacific region. This event marks our 5th edition, with the first stop in Malaysia. We extend our special thanks to renowned investors including Moomoo, TradingView, Yahoo, Bloomberg, M+ Online, Rakuten, Petronas, Apex Anchor for their joint sponsorship and support. Malaysia, as an emerging and diversified economic nation, has seen unprecedented opportunities in its financial market against the backdrop of global supply chain restructuring. Through financial asset allocation, Pantheon Ventures is committed to raising the visibility and awareness of Malaysia and achieving success in the Asian financial markets. Our courses focus on practical operations, inviting top analysts from the world's leading institutions for online investment education. This time, we are honored to have Ms. Jia Gong, an investment co-manager with over 20 years of industry experience, as our special guest. Ms. Jia Gong holds a master's degree in finance from London Business School and a master's degree in economics from the University of Miami. She has worked in emerging market investments at Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, and the International Finance Corporation. She excels at identifying trend opportunities and, with her extensive professional knowledge and investment experience, guides students to seize stable and sustainable compound investment opportunities. Why choose to participate in our Pantheon Ventures 5th Malaysia Investment Practical course? We are dedicated to providing an investment exchange platform to promote cooperation, share investment opportunities, and realize Pantheon Ventures' overall deployment in emerging markets and the Asia-Pacific region. In our course, you will enhance your market fundamental analysis skills, stock trend judgment abilities, grasp investment directions, seize investment opportunities, build personalized investment strategies, and scientifically allocate assets. At the same time, we will help you strengthen risk control capabilities and seize profitable opportunities. Pantheon Business School will continue to explore potential investment fields in Malaysia, helping students achieve wealth growth and preservation. All the outstanding investors, business people, scholars, and enthusiasts, we sincerely welcome you to join our journey. The 5th edition, Malaysia Stop of the Asia-Pacific region officially starts now.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Can you all hear me? So before we start, we make sure our audio and video are working well. Is everything is okay? Can you give me an okay or just respond with a yes? I want to see that how many of you have joined us by tonight. Hello. Yes, I can see you. Okay, great. I see some of your responses. So welcome to our Pantheon Financial Analyst class. I am Diego. Bill Gates, he is the founder of Microsoft. Once he said that the world doesn't care about your self-esteem. The world will expect you to accomplish something before you feel good about yourself. So, this statement actually underscores that the necessity of self-transcendence. To achieve results, we must continually challenge ourselves and push beyond our limits. So this requires us to maintain resilience in the face of difficulties and changes, constantly learning and growing to enhance our capabilities. Give it to you. Okay, so by tonight, our discussion will revolve around 4 key topics, each designed to deepen your understanding of advanced financial concepts and strengthen your learning. So, here is what we cover. Hi, student HD. Hi. Okay, so tonight, have a look on the first one. Inflation. Meet the expectation. What does it mean? Wall Street predicts September could bring the closest Federal Reserve rate cut. And also for the second one, for the Asian economy, what is going on? The new dynamics in Asian economy. Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida announced that she will not seek re-election. Yes, which means that no longer run for, no longer run for election. And for the third one, collective rise in the Asian stock market. And Miss Francis sell off in the KLSE main board shares, which means that it is rising collectively. KLSE right now, it is encountering a very crazy sell-off of the main board stock during this session. Last but not least, by today, we hope you all run toward the goals together. The FII Global Link Trading, daily limit up, and also IBO placement. Okay, so if you find certain topics helpful or you encounter any confusion during our discussion, please do not hesitate to share your thoughts in the comment section. And I'm here to interact and engage with you all. So let's dive into this topic and explore the global observation together. Okay. So the latest US CPI have already released, which you still remember that it is Kuala Lumpur time 8:30 p.m. last night. So we break down the recently released in the US Consumer Price Index CPI data for the July 2024, which came in at 1 year-on-year increase of a 2.9%, which is lower or higher. Can anyone tell me that? It is lower, expect lower or higher? 2.9%, it is lower or higher. Yes, it is the lowest we have seen in over a year and slightly under the expected 3.0. So what are the expected? If I did tell you that, the expected should be a 3.0. Great. It is lowest, as lowest we have seen over a year, and it is even slightly under the expected 3.0. So this drop below a 3%, it is significant that as it hasn't been this low since March 2021. Yes, one of the student PR said lower than the estimate of 3.0. So, signaling a slowdown in the rise of prices. Why does it matter? Well, CPI measures the average change over time in the price paid by urban consumer for market basket of the consumer goods and services. So when the CPI slows down, it suggests that inflation pressure are easing, which can influence economic policy decisions, particularly those the Federal Reserve regarding interest rate. So we break down to specific categories. For example, we say that food price. For the food price, they rose by 0.2% in July, consistent with June figures. So this steady rise means your grocery bill aren't increasing as rapidly as they might have been earlier in the year. And how about for the gasoline? Also, no change by this month. Following 2 months of decline, this stability in gas prices can affect everything from commuting costs to the price of goods transported across the country. How about the energy prices? Okay, about the energy prices, they saw a slight increase of 1.1 over this year. Actually, just a notch above the 1.0 from June, but not a large increase, but it is something to watch if you are budgeting for heating or electricity costs. And also for the good prices. Yes, for the good prices, it is continuing to fall, down 0.4% from last year, reflecting lower costs of things like electronics and clothing. So for the service inflation, this is where cost of things like rent and healthcare coming in, rising by 4.9% from last year, but still marking the slowest increase in these 6 months. So for the core CPI figures, what does it mean? Core CPI, okay, excluding the volatile food and energy sector, the core CPI rose to 3.2% year-on-year. Matching the market forecast, this is the lowest rate, lowest ever, since April 2021, and indicates that underlying inflation is also stabilizing. So how about to the month-on-month? On a seasonally adjusted basis, both headline CPI and core CPI rose by 0.2% month-to-month, in line with expectation. This figure helps us to understand the short-term changes in inflation, which are crucial for month-to-month budgeting and financial planning. Okay, don't really understand. What does it mean? Okay, I give you a better understanding, like a practical example. So if you are planning in a road trip, okay, you're planning a trip, the stable gasoline prices, which mean that your travel costs may not spike unexpectedly. However, if you are eating out for the food and beverage, F&B, those costs may not have decreased much since the food price and holding steady. So understand these subtitles, okay, these subsidies, it can help you to making the informed financial decision. So actually, the cooling inflation provides some of the relief and hints that economy might head towards a more stable period, and this could mean less aggressive rate hikes by the Fed, which is generally good news for borrowers and investors. Okay, so we continue to the US CPI inflation, but to Japan's economy. As I just said that, for Asian Japanese Prime Minister, he announced that he is no longer to run for the election. So what is the connection? Like what is the interconnected? What are the relationship? We delve into how the recent US CPI data for July, showing that a decline of inflation for 4 consecutive months, right? So could impact the global economic landscape, particularly Japan. The core CPI in the US has hit a new low not seen in over 3 years, solidifying market expectation that Federal Reserve might start cutting rates in September. So it is a very good question that how does it, give me a moment, how does it affect to Japan? What are the direct impact to Japan? Okay, well, if the US see a slower inflation rate and decided to cut the interest rate, it can have a ripple effect of the global economies, including Japan. So the lower US rate, it can lead to a weaker US dollar. Okay, for this, you can understand, right? For the lower US rate, it can lead to a weaker dollar, US dollar, which might cause the Japanese yen getting strengthened. Okay, can understand? So this could make Japanese export more expensive and potentially slow economic growth in Japan. As we always talk about the currency problem, right? So it is the one thing to relate, okay? Recently, Japan's Prime Minister announced that she would not seek re-election. So this political shift could indicate that a possible tightening in the fiscal and monetary policy in Japan. So if the US lower the interest rate and Japan tightens, what will happen? Okay, I need you to have a think on that. How if US is going to lower the interest rate? If US lower rates, and for the Japan, the tightens. Okay, so what is going to happen? If US is going to lower their rates and Japan is going to, yes, correct, it might pave the way for Bank of Japan to raise the interest rate. If that thing, then they are going to, for Japan, they need to raise the interest rate. To Japan, okay? Okay, BOJ, Bank of Japan. Can understand, right? Okay, so like imagine that if you are planning to buy a car import from Japan, maybe Honda, Hyundai, or any Toyota, okay? If the Japanese yen strengthen against US dollar because of this economic shift, the price of the car could go up to you in the US. So meanwhile, in Japan, okay, a stronger yen might hurt the local business that rely on exporting goods as their product become more expensive abroad. Yes, so we see that as what is going to affect, which is the export. So for investor, this scenario can lead to increase the volatility in the Japanese stock and potentially higher the yields in the bond market, as bond might become a safer place to park money than the potentially unstable stock market. This is a double-edged sword. While it might benefit the bond market, but it could hurt stock market, particularly risk assets. Okay, so what do you think all about these changes? For this, about the relationship, can you understand that? Or do you still have any question about the US and Japan? What are the relationship on that? How does it affect each other? Do you still have any question? If no, can you just give me a understand or clear or okay on the screen? Okay. While waiting your answer, we discussed that how this global economic interaction might affect to our investment strategy. Okay. So by right now you have no question, then have a look on the Dow Jones Index today. What is going on? Some of you say that it is slightly rising. Yes, actually it is not slightly rising. It is continuously rising. So tonight we turn our attention to the US stock market, focusing on the DJIA through the technical lens. Okay, we dive into how the recent macroeconomic updates are influencing the market. So currently the DJIA right now is showing a sign of adjustment. Let me just point it down here. Okay. So the support levels, they are set between 38,800 and 39,200 points. If the short-term moving average cross above the long-term, it could signal a strengthening market trend. So for the MACD, actually right now, suggests that there is a short-term upward pressure on the Dow, with the resistance seen between 41,200 and 41,800 points. So this indicates that the Dow is in a consolidation phase in the medium term, and short-term traders could use this MACD data combined with the moving average to tailor their investment strategy for the quick trades. So how about the market movement? Let me go back here. As a quick conclusion, from our recent analysis to the market performance after a highly open, the US stock market initially fell but then found its footing. The footing here, can you see that? So the Nasdaq is slightly rose by 0.03%, while the Dow increased by 0.61%. And notably, the S&P 500 and Nasdaq have risen for the 5 consecutive days, marking that the longest rate in a month. So in terms of the bond market, yields on the 2-year US Treasury notes have increased also, while the 10-year notes show a decline for 4 consecutive days. So how about the global currency impact? The euro actually have already reached a height for a year, and while British pound has weakened due to declining inflation in the UK. The Japanese yen and the offshore Chinese yuan has experienced decline, impacting global investment flow. Meanwhile, Bitcoin has seen a drop also, pushing it close in the $59,000. So considering last week's data, concern about the US possibility heading into a recession have surfaced due to a weak economic indicators, also stirring debates about the timing of Federal Reserve interest rate cut. So as we digest the recent CPI data indicating a gradual softening of inflation, we predict that increased market volatility in the later half of the year. For now, US stocks, they are expected to continue moving sideways as investors balance between bullish and bearish force. Okay. So I need you to understand the continuous appreciation of Malaysian ringgit because as I said just now, for the global currency impact, Euro is reached a height, British is weakened, Japanese yen and the Chinese yuan, it is also declined. But for Malaysia ringgit, what is going on? It is in a continuous appreciation. If you did, okay, come back here. If you did follow on this, you will see that it is continue to increase. So we shift our focus to Asian currency landscape. particularly to the Malaysian ringgit. The ringgit now is seeing a noteworthy appreciation recently, drawing the attention from investor and economic analysts globally. So explore that. Why is it happening? So first thing, some of you might say that because of the US dollar is in a depreciation, right? What else also? Actually, recent projection by Bank Negara Malaysia, it is indicate a robust economic growth in Malaysia, surpassing initial expectation. So the optimism is partly fueled by the country's strong economic performance in the sector, such as manufacturing and services, which boosts the investor confidence in the Malaysian economy. And also for the global economic context, the latest CPI data from United States shows a trend toward disinflation, which suggests a less aggressive monetary policy in the future. This scenario often leads to a weaker US dollar, making currency like Ringgit Malaysia more attractive. And for the third one, actually in Malaysia, stable political landscape, which means no war, right? Political stability in Malaysia has improved investor confidence, leading to increased foreign capital inflows, which in turn strengthen the ringgit. It is not like Middle East, it is not like Ukraine and Russia, but Malaysia has improved the investor confidence because the political stability. And last but not least, commodity prices. Malaysia being a significant exporter of commodities like palm oil and petroleum, benefits from the recent uptick in global commodity prices. So this increase translates to a higher national income and consequently a stronger ringgit. So maybe imagine that you are a local business importing your goods from abroad. With a stronger ringgit, yes, your cost of importing goods, it will be decreased, allowing you to either reduce the price or increase the profit margins. And on the other hand, tourists in Malaysia, it will also find their money goes further, which could lead to increased spending and boost the local economy. Okay, so do you think this trend will continue throughout this year? Do you think that it will continue to appreciate until like end of this year? Drop your thoughts in the comment and we can engage in a vibrant discussion about the future of the Malaysian economy. Yes or no? Okay, so for today, except the Dow Jones, what is going on? We'll have a look on the FTSE Bursa Malaysia Index. Right now, the MA is currently in a consolidation phase with a support levels identified between 1584 and 1591 points. So by examining the EMA, investor can discern the overall market strength or weakness, which is crucial for strategizing investment. And how about the MACD? Actually, for today, it is experiencing an upward pressure within a range of 1660 to 1624 points. Although it is in a bullish crossover state, further confirmation is needed to ensure the sustained buying momentum. And currently, the market is adjusting and the bullish trend appears weak. So given the recent data and the market movement, we discussed that why the Asian stock market, including Malaysia, have the experienced decline. Okay. For the US economic concern, because the weak data in US such as a lower than expected job growth and the rising unemployment rate have already raised the fear of potential US recession. So this concern is quickly spread to global market, affecting Asian stock, including Malaysia. And also we say that global tech stock rout, a significant downturn in a major global tech stock, it is due to a poor earnings and profitability concern has triggered the sell-off, intensifying the market downturn. And for the third one, we say that the regional stock markets, significant declines in other Asian markets, including like Japan's Nikkei 225, which trigger circuit breakers, and also the Korea Kospi, also impacted the regional sentiment. So considering the factors mentioned, how do you think this condition affect the investment landscape in Malaysia? Or what good news do you think that it could potentially to revenue the market. Actually, looking ahead, the VOL trading volume in Malaysia has been balancing right now, with a recent day total trading volume of 35.72 billion shares, and actually for today, total value is at 25.14 billion. This balance suggests that index confidence has more gainers than losers. Short-term market observation suggests that it is wise to be cautious. The upcoming IPO, such as the 99 Smart in Malaysia and Shanghai Xiaofang in China, there are anticipated market activities. So those interested in leveraging market dynamics might consider this opportunity. Okay, so to explore investment opportunity, IPOs often present a unique prospect due to their potential for significant initial gains. So we delve into upcoming IPO of Suzhou Chematic Incorporation. That is a company poised at the forefront in semiconductor industry in China. So we can have a look of the company highlights. First thing, it is the leading enterprise in it is a leading manufacturer of advanced ceramic materials of semiconductors equipment. So the company's key technical metrics align with the international standard, positioning it strongly within the global market. And also, additionally, its foray into semiconductor operation is expected to drive substantial growth. Yes, except it is the leading enterprise, it is also substantial. Okay, I didn't write it here. Okay, and also for the second one, we see that IPO details. The share issue, the company it is planned to public over 75 million shares, which will increase the total outstanding of 436 million post-IPO. So this IPO will constitute a 17.2% of the total shares after the IPO. What are the capital using for? Actually, the fundraise, it is among 900 million yuan. It's going to earmark for the further development projects, enhancing the company capacity and technological capacity. And for the third one, we talk about the market dynamics and competitive landscape. The advanced ceramic in the market in China through the nation actually is projected to exceed 30 billion yuan by 2026. So the market for surface treatment service is also expected to reach out 7.5 billion yuan by the same year, indicating substantial growth potential for domestic firms. So with the IPO, Suzhou Chematic is anticipated to offer an initial return of 180%. It indicates that a substantial upside potential for early investors. So IPO like Suzhou Chematic are not just about immediate gains, they are about understanding the company's strategic position within an industry poised for growth. With the strong foothold in advanced ceramic and also semiconductors material, Suzhou represents a significant opportunity for investors looking to diversify into high-tech industry. So, consider to the projected returns and the company's strategic advancement. I wanted to ask that how many of you are planning to participate in this IPO? And we can discuss that how you perceive the risk and potential of investing in such a high-growth sectors. You might remember that your initial capital plays a crucial role in defining your profit margins on that. Okay? So tonight we talk about the critical decision and action in life that can significantly alter our path and open up a new horizon. You know that often people find themselves in stable but less than ideal situation. Be it in their careers or personal life, a single opportunity can act as a catalyst, propelling individuals beyond current limitation into realms filled with potential. So I need you to understand for the life-changing potential, like opportunity often come with the power to change our life, right? For instance, an entrepreneurial venture, it could transform an ordinary individual into a business owner, or it can break through in academic research. It could also earn a scholar international acclaim. So these aren't just a personal victories. They often bring about profound societal impacts. So as we are currently in third phase of our plan, our goal is to achieve 170% return. Therefore, our mixed investment scheme is focusing on maximizing the return through increased placement in a highly promising offering, such as IPO and direct placement. So remember that the essence of capturing opportunity lies in timing and action. What is the action and timing? Okay. Many of the opportunity have a time constraint. Missing this window, it can diminish their value or render them unfeasible. So to successfully seize this moment, swift and decisive action at the right time is crucial to fully capitalize on our benefits they offer. And also, our daily focus subscription times are designed to enhance your chances of success. So this structured approach ensures that you're positioned advantageously when opportunities arise. So for the IPO placement target today, the IPO, Malaysia IPO placement, it will be 99 speed mark, and also the China 3603-207. So how to improve your chances of success? As I always say that, increase your subscription volume, optimize subscription timing, increasing your capital investment, and also participate in the strategic placement. So I hope you remember that the journey of seizing opportunity is as much about the readiness to act as it is about the recognizing the right moment. Let's stay proactive and make every chance count. By tonight, think about the opportunities before you and how will you act to turn potential into reality. Let's discuss and plan our next step together. So I did say next step just now. As we prepare to enter the fourth phase, the fourth stage of our strategy at Pantheon Ventures, it is crucial to understand the tactics employed by institutional investors. So this investor played a significant role in the market due to their substantial resources, including information, capital, connection, manpower, and expertise. So by tomorrow, we'll officially start our joint institutional layout, that joint control stock. And I encourage all of our students, familiarize yourself with these trading techniques through our upcoming presentation. So these entities often dominate in the market scheme, and the advantage isn't just in size, but in the strategic execution of trades which are designed to manipulate the market price favorably. Our PPT it will detail our overall joint layout in moving stages like accumulation, markup, washing, and distribution. So each participant in our scheme plays a unique role and contributing differently based on the tactical requirement of our operation. So I know that these few days I've already talked about a lot of cases about the joint control stock, but I believe that most of you don't really understand what does it mean washing. Great. Okay, for some of the students, can you tell me that what is the concept of washing? What is washing? Can you define what is washing? Anyone? No? No one? Okay, I see one of you say that it is like a weak investor to shake out the inform. Okay, it is quite similar too. Okay, actually in trading term, washing, it is referred to the tactics where the institutional player that shake out a bit informed or the weak investor from their position. So this is done by manipulating stock price through the strategic buying and selling, often resulting in temporary price drop followed by the rapid recoveries. Okay, how about I take it in simple one? Imagine that a stock that plummets at the market open. it is triggered to a panic selling among the retail investor, right? So after that, after the sell-off, the price will quickly rebound, allowing the institution to buy back at the lower price. So this is not only secures them in a cheap share, but also eliminates the other competitors, consolidating their control over the stock. Yes, cleaning up, selling down like that. Then after that, the institutional investor, they're going to buy in that. When we say that, they are going to buy in the cheaper shares, but also eliminates the other competitors, consolidating their control over the stock. Why it matters? Okay, understand these tactics can drastically alter your approach to investing. It highlights that the importance to have an institutional mindset at the ability to interpret the market data, not just at face value, but by considering underlying the institutional activities. So, by learning about this strategy, you equip yourself to recognize when you might inadvertently playing into the hands of large investors and how to possibly turn this situation to your advantage. So tonight, we will talk more about washing. Okay, first, we continue our journey into the world of institutional trading strategy. So we'll discuss a common but critical tactic known as the price suppression washing, okay, which is the, give me a moment, suppression style washing. What does it mean? Okay, price suppression washing, it is like when the major players in the market, often referred to the big money or market makers. What does it mean? It is the, yes, it is like the institutional investor that join together. So they are the big money, or we say that the market makers intentionally push down the price of the stock. Okay, what are they doing first? They push down the price of the stock first. This is done after they have accumulated a significant position and perhaps that even tested the market strength with a preliminary price to rise. So what are the goals? To shake out the weak hands. Investors who are quick to sell at the first sign of price drop due to the fear or desire to take a quick profits. So what are the purpose on that? I know that some of you may say that just want to make money, but to be honest, the sudden drop in the price creates a panic. Sudden drops, what will happen? It will create a, if it is sudden drops, it will create a, and use a red color, often lip, comes to a panic, right? Stay with me, right? Okay, so making the investor doubt their investment and leading them to sell out their shares. So this allows the institutional investor to buy this share in the lowest price. This is very basic one. Okay, to give out any of the, okay, we say that this is the lowest price. To sell out in the lowest price. Then after all, effectively clearing out the less competitive investor and consolidating their hold on the stock. And how it works? Okay, first thing, they're cleaning out the float. By quickly dropping the stock price, those investors who follow trend or who cannot hold through the downturn are forced out. Their shares are then picked up by the market makers or more patient investors. So for the second one, we say that increasing the market's average holding cost. Through turnover, the new investor buy into the stock and these low prices, which raises the average cost of the holdings in the market. So this is to help reduce the pressure for further price increase. And for the third one, actually they are testing the market reaction. Sometimes the big investor, they use this strategy to test how the market reacts and how resilient investors are. Are you panicked or you resilient? What is your reaction? And this is going to help them to plan their next move more effectively. So maybe you can just imagine that you are in an auction and a highly desired item stacked to in a higher price. So it is announced that a potential flaw in the item causing a panic and a drop in bids. savvy bidders wait for the panic to subside, then buy the item at a much lower price. Once supposed flaw is revealed to be minor or non-existent, the item value jumps back up and the savvy bidder profits significantly. Okay, so have you ever experienced this situation? So far for the first one, suppression style washing, can you understand on that? Yes, for this, it is quite simple, right? Just make just make some of the panic to them. Then it is in a quick going down. So when it is in a quick going down, what is going on? They're cleaning all that, then they try to buy in the lowest price. It is similar to this concept, so you can understand, right? Yes, good. Okay, if you can understand, then we come to the second one. It is like the horizontal washing in the stock trading. So next, we are going to delve into a subtle yet equally effective technique by the institutional investor, which is the horizontal washing, or we say that another word, sideways washing. Okay, I'll give you another word. It is the same one, sideways washing. Okay, it is the same meaning. This approach can be confusing, so we break down in a simple analogy and see how it plays out the real trading scenario. So first thing, what is the sideways washing? What is the horizontal washing? It occurs when the stock price moves sideways. This is the sideways. Just remember that, and then I say that about the move. It is the primary move, up and down. And for this secondary move, it is the sideways. Okay, so when the stock price moves sideways within a narrow range for an extended period, a long time, this movement is characterized by minimal fluctuation, which means very resilient, right? Market makers or major investors manipulate the stock price to remain within the range to achieve a specific goals, such as shifting out the weak holders and increasing the average holding cost in the market. So what are the purpose? Actually, for the first one, what they will do, clearing the floating shares by keeping the stock price stable but stagnant. So for the impatient investor, or those who chase a quick gain, they might get frustrated and decide to sell their shares. Thinking there is no profit to be made, this allows more patient investors or institutional players to pick up this share quietly. Okay, and for the second one, okay, so it is like they do this in a very resilient, quiet way to increase the average holding cost in the market. Okay. So next, they will increase the average market holding cost. Okay. By trading hands during the sideways movement, new investors they might enter a slightly elevated price, raising the overall average cost of the holdings. This reduces the pressure when the price eventually moves up, as the new average price is higher. So when the stock is about to limit up, there's the buying phase, pull up quickly and test the resistance area above the stock price. Yes, this is the third one we talk about, testing the investor resilience, whether to see you are really resilient or panic on that. This strategy is also to test the staying power of investor. Those who can withstand periods of the low activity without selling off their holdings often benefit from subsequent prices increase rather than market dynamics change. So you can just imagine that you are in a flea market. Okay, do you know that? Flea market? Something? Okay. And there is a store with vintage comic books that doesn't change the display or prices much. When you go there, there is also this few comics, okay? And it is also always buy a $5, $10. This seller, he know the collector will eventually find that. But by not actively promoting or discounting, they filter out the casual buyers and sell to genuine enthusiasts who value to comics more and they are willing to pay a premium. So you can think about the time when you held onto something valuable during a period when no one else seems interested, and later the patient paid off. Maybe it was holding into a collectible, a stock, or even waiting for a right job opportunity. Horizontal washing is a very powerful strategy in stock, which means they are patient, they are willing to wait. So it is a game of patience and understanding the market psychology. As we explore these tactics, remember that the key capitalizing on such strategy is patient and keen understanding of market movement. Okay, so we keep this second for the horizontal washing, and we continue to learn, grow together in the world of finance. So is there any third washing? Okay, sure thing, yes. For the third launch, we continue to explore of the institutional trading strategy with a focus volatility washing. This method can seem intimidating due to the dynamic nature. So we simplify it and understand how it operates in the stock market. As per usual, I'm asking that what is volatility washing? What is the volatile consolidation? As you can see that what is going on here, it is keep going up and down, going up and down. So it is very different from the sideways, which is the horizontal wash. It is very just like a horizontal line. It is very different to them. But for this volatility washing, it is going up and down, up and down. So as you can see that volatility washing refers to a technique where the significant market players include that sharp price fluctuation, both ups and downs. After a stock has moved out of this accumulation phase and shown the price breakout, the sudden drops followed by rapid recoveries create a whipsaw effect, so which can shake out less committed investors. At first, what they do, it is quite similar. First thing, give me a moment. First thing, clearing the floating shares. By creating the rapid price movement, the strategy tests the resolve of newer and less experienced investors. So if you are the new investor, by today, maybe you buy in today, okay, you feel that it will go to rebound, but it is quite volatile. Can you see that? It is very rapid price movement. Maybe after just few days and it is going down a bit. After this few days, it's going down a bit. So for you, if you are very new or you less experienced, those who will panic and sell off their share during the swings contribute to clear of the floating shares. So it will reducing the overhead resistance for the further price increases. So for the second one, we talk about the increasing in the market average holding cost. How they do? As the stock fluctuates, the new investor they might enter at a varying price level. So the process gradually moves at the average entry price upward, and preparing the stock for a more sustainable rally. So what are the market psychology tests? Yes, going to test again. The frequent price is going to change are also a test of a market sentiment. As I said just now, for the less experienced investor, who can read the withstand in this move, often stay aligned with the main investor who is manipulating these swings. So you can think of this volatility washing like a crowded market where the price of goods are quickly changed, marked up and down by the seller to see who is desperate enough to buy at a high price and who is giving up and sells their goods in a cheaply in panic. So by today, if you wanted to buy a bread in the market, right? By today, what is the famous bread in Malaysia? Maybe is, yes, one of the students said gardenia. Okay, by today, you wanted to buy a slab of gardenia bread. Is it okay? It is like 2 ringgit. But for tomorrow, it is 3 ringgit. And for after that, it is only 1 ringgit. Okay? And it's marked up and down by the seller to see that if someone is willing to buy at a 3 ringgit, then who is going to give up and sell out their bread in 1 ringgit? Can you get out that? Then you can see that who is desperate enough to buy it. Okay, good to understand. Very good. So these are the three of the washing method. One, suppression, horizontal, and also the volatile consolidation. Especially volatility washing is a strategy used by powerful players in the stock market to test and eventually strengthen their position by eliminating the weak holders and preparing the stock for a stronger future performance. This strategy requires the investor to be prospective and patient, recognizing this underlying move rather than reacting to surface volatility. So as we explore this advanced strategy, it is crucial to understand that not just how, but why behind this market movement. So we keep this knowledge in mind as we aim to become more invested, okay? So after these three washing method, do you have any question? Do you have any question on these three washing method, or you are fully clear on that? Can you give me a clear, or you can just draw up your question here? Because right now it is 8:48 right now. So if you have no question, tonight we dive into the exciting realm of the phase 4 of our journey here at Pantheon Ventures. This stage marks a critical point where we leverage the collective might of the institutional investor to shape a more profitable future for all members engaged in our institutional investor high-end membership service. So in our phase 4, as I'm telling you that we align with the multiple financial institutions to execute a grand strategic deployment. This isn't just about pooling resources, but about the market move that aims to maximize the return for every participant. So the key aspect is strategy alliance. We have already prepared groundwork with several strategic partners, including the fund teams and also the institution. The skill of collaboration is extensive, ensuring a robust support system for our maneuvers, and also deep cooperation. Our tier extends to numerous listed companies, forming the deep partnership that enhance the security and potential of our collective investment strategy. These alliances are pivotal as they allow us access to the high growth sectors, promising significant returns. So the stock we target are primarily from high growth industry, which are not only promising in terms of development, but also ripe for substantial profit making through our combined efforts. So each of the member role and potential gains vary by our membership level, emphasizing the importance of you understanding your position and the strategized objective laid out for you. So right now, what are your goals for participating in this phase? How do you see yourself contributing and benefit from our collective efforts? As we move forward into the institutional cooperation in phase 4, it is crucial for each of you to recognize the power of collective action. As I told you that 1, 2, 3, this tree of washing method, okay? Actually, there will be more and more for today. I'm only talking about the more majority 3 types. So by strategically aligning our resources and understanding the market dynamics, we position ourselves not just to react the market, but to actively shape them. So this phase is about turning potential into reality. Let's ensure we are all alive and ready to make the most of the opportunity ahead. Remember on that, your proactive participation is the key to maximize your return. So let's make this a successful venture for all involved. So for the last one, it is the final reminder on the upcoming conference. In the upcoming days, we'll be intensively focusing on the third phase of our strategic layout. To ensure the success of our operation and meet our target stock prices, I will be taking some time to collaborate with the other institution partners, senior executive from listed company, and media representative. So this collaboration is crucial for our strategy to succeed. And also key points, timing. It is imperative that you begin building your position immediately. The window for purchasing is limited, so act swiftly to secure your investment. And also for the conference highlight, I'm excited to share that at our September Hong Kong conference, yes, the meetup, I hope each participant will have doubled their capital through this institutional strategy. Pantene is counting all the expenses for those attending this in-person meeting, including the airfare and accommodation, funded by profits from our AI fund. So this conference is not just a meeting, as I said, that it's launched for our new office in Malaysia and a new chapter in Pantene investment journey. The resources and connection you gain here are invaluable, so I encourage you to register as soon as possible, as the space are limited. So remember that this is an exclusive opportunity and I have limited share. Ensure that you to register promptly so we can arrange your travel and stay. This is your chance to be part of something significant, and let's make the most of it together. So while you're going to attend, as I say that, you can get the networking opportunity, you can get the VIP experience, you can have the profession sharing, and also meet some of the celebrities of CEO in Asia. So if you ever wanted to meet and commerce with the industry leaders, this is a perfect opportunity. And imagine the networking with the top investors and influencers in the financial world. It is not just an event, it is a gateway to a wealth of opportunity. So make sure that to secure your spot early, even though we are covering the cost, the number of the participants is limited by the venue's capacity. Missing out will mean that wasting an invaluable opportunity. So, do you still have any question by today, since it is 8:45, 54 right now? If you don't have any question, or if you have any question to the washing method, like it is very new lesson by today, as we wrap up on today's session, if you have any question, I want to thank all our participants of the Pantene Ventures high-end institutional membership service. So please make sure that to collect your course note from our assistant. Just now, as I say that, if you still have any question about the washing method, you can just reach out to us, me or the assistant after the class, okay? Tomorrow, we embark on a new journey with the launch of Daily Limit Up and IPO subscription, and everyone is invited to participate. This initiative will be aligned with our high-end service standard to prioritize transaction and location. And also for the upcoming IPO targets, which is the Malaysian IPO subscription placement, 99 Speedmart, and also the Asia IPO subscription, 603-207, Shanghai Xiaofang. Pantene has been but to continue pushing forward, learning, and evolving. The 21st century is a time of global economic interconnection, and our professional analysis of the global indices aim to achieve a 400% profit target with our Phase 3 Wealth Flywheel aiming for 170% profit goal. So through our mixed investment scheme, we are positioning ourselves in emerging markets across Asia, where you will see a significant gains. We operate with an open, real-time trading at those to demonstrate Pantene operational strength and validate your choice in us through profit. So if you appreciate our method on interaction or you gain something valuable tonight, please schedule your next session with our assistant. I am looking forward to seeing you all again publicity celebrating our continued financial success. I am Diego, and I'm eager to see each of you succeed. Have a wonderful night. Drink big. And let's meet again on Sunday for another enriching session. Goodbye.